bend your knees, bend your hip, lean forward, and now kinda shake with your ass. And as you can see, now you're skating backwards.
This is the easiest explanation I can give you. But if you want more details and a very different approach on skating backwards, we will start right after the intro. The better your basics are, the easier you will learn to skate backwards. So let's start with step number 1, requirements.
To cut things short, you need to know how to skate and you have to feel safe at it, which also means to skate in the correct body position and knowing how to stop safely. If you want to check your basics or refresh your basics, a tutorial for that is popping up in the info button right now.
Step number 2, the basic technique. If the beginning of the video was too fast for you, here is a more detailed version. You need to know 3 things. You can't go backwards straight or standing upright or with your feet too close to each other.
So you have to bend your knees, bend your hip, lean forward, that your body focus is centered over the forefoot area of your skate. And now you take just one leg, the inside edge of it, and push it backwards in a half circle. Now the other leg, inside edge, backwards, half circle.
Basically, that's it. Now you have to combine half circle after half circle and get fluent in that. This will take some time and practice to get the clumsy half circles into a fluent motion. The faster you get, the less effort you need to keep and even increase your speed. At some point it just takes some slight pushes with the inside edge and an elegant wiggle with your rear end.
Step number 2.5. If this video was helpful for you, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss many more helpful tutorials in the future.
Step number 3. What's next? At first, it's important to know where you're going, so always watch out what's behind you when you skate backwards. You should also try your first backward stops by opening your feet. When you feel safe with the basics, try to switch directions between forwards and backwards, or attempt your first backwards crossovers. Tutorials for that are in the end card. By the way, wanna know in which stupid way I learned skating backwards?
I was procrastinating way too hard and way too long with learning to skate backwards. So as I finally wanted to learn it, or as my father wanted me to learn it, I was already a decent skater. So what I did to skip the learning process and to make my father quiet was going straight, fast, and then just turning around and pretend that I know how to skate backwards. Problem is, I didn't know how to gain speed when I was skating backwards like this. So what I had to do was turning back around again, skate faster, gain more speed, and then turn back and pretend I'm skating backwards. That's what I did for years, trying to skip the learning process. Not the best decision.
I learned it over time, as I applied the basic technique when I already had momentum, but this definitely was the harder and longer way.
What I want to tell you here is that you can't skip a vital learning curve, that you can't make anything faster and skip practice and learning and improving. So what you have to do is to learn the basics first and then add things like switching directions or crossovers. If you want to learn that after you learn the basics of skating backwards, you'll find it in the end card right now. Also, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up for the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything in the future. Feel free to check out my merch, feel free to check out my Instagram. That's it for today, guys. See ya!